This lesson is about using matrices to solve simultaneous equations. You can see that we have a pair of simultaneous equations. Your first task is to turn those simultaneous equations into a matrix expression. So the matrix will look like 3, -2, 5, -3. Essentially, the element next to the x goes into the top left. The element next to the y, -2, goes in the top right. The other element next to x, or the coefficient of x, 5, goes in the bottom left, and the coefficient of y, -3, goes in the bottom right. That's your matrix A. Your second matrix will be the x, y matrix, which equals the 5, 9 matrix. So if I was to expand this system of matrices, I'd return to the original two equations set up as above. Now, in order to solve this pair, I have to get rid of 3, -2, 5, -3, that matrix there, which I'll call matrix A. I have to get rid of that by multiplying it by its inverse. Now, if I write matrix A, matrix X equals matrix Y, just to explain that point, it means that in order for me to get rid of matrix A, what I will have to do is multiply both sides by the inverse of A. So that side will get multiplied by the inverse of A, and this side will get multiplied by the inverse of A. What that does for us is that it has removed A by the fact that multiplying an inverse matrix by the matrix gives you a unit matrix I. Now, multiplying X by the unit matrix I is simply going to leave you with matrix X. So finally, in order to work out this system of simultaneous equations, all we have to do is to multiply the inverse of A by Y, and we'll have our result. So, what's our next job? Well, we have to work out what the inverse of matrix A is. So, as A equals 3, 5, -2, -3, the first job is to find the determinant of A and put it underneath 1 outside the matrix. So if we can do that in our head, it will be 3 times -3, which is -9, take away -10. 5 times -2 is -10. So -9 take -10 is 1. As before, swap A and D. Put negative signs on the other two elements. So put a negative sign on -2, you'll end up with +2. Put a negative sign on 5 and you'll end up with -5. So there's our inverse matrix. Our next task is to work out what X is, simply by saying matrix X equals -3, 2, -5, 3, multiplied by 5, 9. So that will equal -15 plus 18 is 3, -25, -5 times 5 is -25, plus 3 times 9, which is 27. So -5 times +5 is -25, plus 27 is 2. So we finally end up with matrix X equaling 3, 2. That is, X equals 3, Y equals 2.